Tarek is going to reply, but Magisk is there, though. He just finds one, however, as Zipix is going to be left alone in a 1v4. He makes it a 1v2, though. Makes it a 1v3 fighting Tarek, and now it's all alone on Daps in a 1v1, and Zipix has spotted him out.
They know each other's angles. They know where they are. Daps with a face! Rips his head clean off, clutches it out. Another defuse going to be coming through. NrG, they get the second round. Man, Daps has been giving it today. What has he been eating?
Heads. That's what he's been eating. Oh man, but Xyp9x, that's got to be gutting 1v4. He lands all the rough shots. It's Daps in a 1v1, a duel that anyone would have said Xyp9x would have won, but Daps with a beautiful read decapitates him. 3-2 now. NrG, I don't know how they're winning this round, but they're winning them, and I think they're going to be happy with that. As for Astralis, though, it is going to be a very light investment. Pistols all around, quite a bit of utility as well, and this time it looks like a bit of a faster pace being set by Glaive. And Zerk again, this time around with the AUG, though, that's going to allow him a little bit more maneuverability. He spots a player running across the smoke, he finds one. Dupree will be the first casualty. However, they've made his way towards Secret. And look at the pace being set. They've already made their way towards the lower bombs. And Tarek's ready and waiting right behind the door, however.
Doing his best impression of a bouncer right now. No ID, you're not coming in. It's his bomb site, and he's got strict policies to follow. The door's open, and he's ready to start laying them down, tries to execute the first, but Device has other ideas in mind. Taps his way through him with that nail gun of a Tech 9, and leaves it into the 4-on-4. They've got the site control, but they have a much weaker inventory to play with. The only one with a rifle is Device. Slides it across the Magisk, so he's better armed to deal with this round, but it's going to be horrible for him.
Well, retake is going to be on. It's pretty good positions. Look at the late flank that's going to be coming in as well from Xyp9x. He could be the difference maker here. He will have to show his hand, find Zerk. And this is looking rough here indeed, as Breezy's going to be left alone. 23 points of health. That's the USB out as he finds a beautiful headshot into Xyp9x. Finds another one at the Glaive. It's a 1v1 now. Device is also bleeding, but there's no time remaining. And he will have to go for the save. But what a round. Device comes running out, expecting Breezy to be sticking the bomb. But Astralis will get to round number 4 off the back of a very, very half buy. I mean, not a very strong buy, in fact. And NrG, that's got to be gutting. But Breezy, man.
That was crisp. That was absolutely crazy. The fact it was just so graceful as well. You know what I mean? It was so smooth. Wowzers. Just pure jinkies right now. It's pretty crazy. But I still have firepower to play with. We got the AWP on Cirque. Rezi still rocking the AUG. The rest of them delegated down to pistols, but that's not the worst thing in the world. At least they have a fair bit of utility to play with. It just depends on how Astralis play into this one. And if NrG are actually going to switch up the tempo, potentially try and use the advantage of the close-range weapons, get into their faces, maybe try and go for a bit of a lobby crunch, something slightly different, go for a push or pull here and there. It's all up to NrG, though. It's up to see what Daps wants them to do into this round.
Well, this is pretty much a full investment of NrG. They want to stop Astralis from stringing rounds together. Zerk, some nice little movement there. Ooh, he actually gets a tag on to Xyp9x, but he won't be able to get the kill. Fulton back, repositions himself towards near garage, looking for anyone up towards old Red Rock, because it's still light calling. That's a nice Molotov. That's such a nice Molotov, ensuring that they will not be able to take advantage of the wall of smokes, and Daps, meanwhile, lying in wait towards Secret. However, the Molotov is going to keep him at bay for a while. As Cirque, finally, he strikes.
Yeah, Cirque coming into action, doing what he does best. Hitting people down with that railgun. They push their way out through Squeaky, but it isn't going to be a squeaky clean round. Instead, it's going to be rather awkward for them. The double kill from the 5-7 of Ethan puts them into quite a predicament. Device challenging back, gets one, trades it into the second as well. The follow-up frag looks for the third, spots out Cirque. Knows that this would be absurd if he could carry on to win it. Drops the Molotov down, dashes out of there, but he isn't sprinting away. He's not scurrying off. He's still going to try and take this fight in. Tiptoes back through, out of hut, in towards the site. The crossfire is there. Daps is covering the angle when he should spot it. It just depends who's quicker. And Device, he's the man on a mission right now to clutch this round out. The 1v1, it all comes down to Cirque, but he can't do it. Device just crushes his way in. 14 kills to his name, nearly 200 ADR, and a massive clutch round.
How has he done that? 1v4. Plays it to absolute perfection. Device has been activated, ladies and gentlemen. 14 kills for him with a 1v4 to boot. And it's just round number 7 of this map. We're in for a show here.
That's wild. That is absolutely wild that he's won that. I mean, fair play, but still just bizarre he's been able to bring it back into that scenario. I suppose that is just the Device effect.
That was breathtaking, I won't lie. Like, literally breathtaking. They knew where he was, the bomb was down, and he just plays it to absolute perfection. Dupree will find Breezy. Does take a bit of damage, though. It should be all right. Might even be seeing him swap out that AK with the MAP-2, which Zipix has. Oh, I didn't see where he died. Breezy being very cheeky there. Very, very aggressive push. And Tarek probably feeling a little adventurous as well. Nice nade there. Lucky that Tarek did move away from where he was earlier, or else he would have taken quite a bit of damage. Daps, however, finds Glaive. I find it interesting how it's kind of been the battle of the in-game leaders towards Secret all this while. It's been Daps versus Glaive. And this time, Daps does come out on top. Here comes the play towards Ramp, though. They're going to find it empty. So they do have a lot of avenues open here for Astralis.
The 3 CTs that are still left alive and kicking into the round don't really have much firepower. It's a CZ on Cirque, 5-7 for Tarek, and Daps with that MP9. Tarek nearly actually getting blown to bits on the instant contact as Device will spot him out. He wants to add a little bit more to that 200 ADR and see if he can really bloat the stats. Dupree, in the meantime, will finish off Daps. And they get the bomb down as well. Astralis on track for a stable 6th round to be picked up here. The push from Cirque gets one, heavy tag as well. Luckily, Device wallbangs his way through him. Well, this could have actually got way worse. Tarek's just going to save himself an AK and sprint out of there for now. But even then, there's still damage done to Astralis here on their T side, but they are starting to get themselves a very healthy buffer of rounds here. Oh yeah,
6 rounds on a T side nuke. That's very, very comfortable indeed. As NrG, some of those rounds were so very close indeed, especially that 1v4. That just might have broken them a little bit mentally, but bear in mind, for those who are just tuning in, NrG are in the lead here in this series. They are 1-0 up, winning Train 16-13. And this map, of course, is Astralis. They are finally looking to break that Nuke loss streak they have. They are 0-3 right now on Nuke. And the way this is going here, they are looking pretty solid. They seem to have woken up. Despite some of the heroics coming out from the NrG players, Device, man, he has just been looking so good as we do see a fast play coming in towards the upper bomb side of Ethan. Again, being a thorn in the side, and from above, it is going to be Tarek and Ethan, striking together simultaneously, but then Zipix and Device bring it back, and it's all on Breezy. 1v1, but he looks away trying to pick up a gun, and Device peaks at the perfect time, again saving the day for Astralis, 72.
That was close. Far, far too close for comfort there. Almost got it into a position where it would have been another round picked up for NrG, and quite a few of these rounds could have been at this point, but it's barely getting stolen away from them. Now, Astralis, 7-2, NrG going to go for the tactical pause, talk about things, slow it down a little bit, and work out where you want to go from here as they need to adapt. They've got Cirque back on the AWP again. We saw his plays towards outside, causing a little bit of disruption, but it needs to be better. It needs to be absolute bombardment from NrG. Look at the stats on Device.
That is slightly ludicrous. 196 ADR in 9 rounds, 17 frags for the man. He's just unleashed right now.
It genuinely looks as if like he was not content with the overall display on Train, and now he's come back in and he has just gone balls to the walls and absolutely started giving it. The beast is awoken. Round 10, outside control appears to be the call this time around. A little bit of damage done already from the utility usage. They're also going to molly off towards Secret so that Tease actually can't push down early in case it was a faster play coming through. Cirque is waiting for them with open arms as well. Oh, they could be walking straight into the circus of Cirque, the Tower of Terror, the House of Horrors that is this man. When they turn that corner, they better be poised for it or they are going to be picked to pieces. Scoped in. Primed and ready. Device will be the first to take the face. He extends out, the tag comes through. 14 HP, but Magisk with the response back. Ignites his corp as well. In disrespect, they've got the B site.
That was just unfortunate for him, right? He was set up to go for it, but Tarek with the Yogg finds one, finds two, doesn't get the third. Device will find him through the window, so the bomb will get planted. The retake is going to be on Breezy, Daps, and Ethan. They do have the weaponry to go for this. Are they, though? They don't seem to have... Oh, they do have a kit on Ethan, and they come dropping in towards ramp. Utility is pretty sparse. 3 flashbangs, no smoke. They do want to try and stick it. The flashbang's going to pop one out wide, but it's not going to really blind Device, is it? He's going to land a shot into Ethan. Going to peek on out wide as well as Dupree joins the party. It's all on Daps in a 1v3. Unfortunate for him, he will get nothing else, and Zipix will pick up the final frag. Astralis make it 8-2, and this is looking quite rough indeed for an NrG at the moment.
Yeah, the worst part is as well for NrG in terms of the money. It's looking an awful lot like a rundown fairground right now, Blair. There's just not an awful lot to go on. One M4 for Tarek, going to be the investment into the round outside of the armor pistols that the rest of the players bring to the table to equalize the cash. As they try and get up close and personal towards outside. Daps. Depending on the timing here of how Glaive actually plays this, he could get the opening pick. They've been pretty effective with these CZs already into the matchup. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw some more.
Oh, does he see? Oh, yeah, he sees him. He sees him. Oh, how is Daps alive for so very long? Finally, he does get put on down. And NrG. It is a half buy, so even if they do lose this one, it's going to be no problem for them going to the next round. They will be able to buy in, but the problem here are the rounds. Definitely not favoring the North American side. 8-2, and especially against this buy, one would favor Astralis to go 9-2. Device already 20 frags. That is just ridiculous. And they're waiting for anything from NrG. Meanwhile, Magisk has made his way towards Secret. Gathering some information. There's no one for NrG looking towards that general direction. Everyone's kind of just clustered around that upper bomb site. And they've laid a trap, ready to be sprung onto Astralis if they do dare to set foot towards the upper bomb site. But unfortunately for them, Astralis, they seem to have a second thought about it. They might be making their way towards lower because Magisk has cleared it out and they know it's empty. Ethan gets spotted out. But yeah, the bomb site should be theirs for the taking. But then Ethan, being a little cheeky there, gets a tag in, but doesn't quite get the kill.
They work together here to overthrow Zipex. Oh, Dupree. That aim training payoff for the quick flick across there. It's a nice frag, but that's probably about all it's going to be. Cirque, he could save the AK if he wanted to. Instead, going to fall over, grab the one slightly further away. Didn't want to peek down towards the ramp and expose himself. As they begin to advance out of a Glaive, all he has to do is sit and wait, and the heads will rear around the corner. He gets one. He flicks off before the second arrives, though, and Cirque will trade it back. And it looks like he should be able to clutch onto this Kalashnikov.
Saving some of the guns, they're getting a few kills here and there, they're doing a bit of damage, but, I mean, this is looking really rough for them, man. 9-2. And we have 4 rounds remaining in this half. And for Astralis, 9 rounds is pretty much game done and dusted for them, right? They should be feeling really, really comfortable as they will be going to the CT side, and it's not quite done yet. They could even get to double digits. They could make it 10, 11, 12, 13 even. For NrG, it's just trying to ensure they have enough rounds to give them some breathing space going to the T side, because that can get quite painful.
Ooh. It's the straight push for Squeaky. Cirque charges in through the smoke, gets one back onto Dupree. The elevated angle for Ethan. He might have been on a pedestal, but that doesn't mean he's going to be soaring high above everyone on Astralis right now. He's cut down, hits the ground, and it leaves them with just 2 men surviving. Daps and Tarek Gonna save towards back CT here. Concede another round and give it over to Astralis, allowing them to bring themselves up to a 10th. A great position to be in on their T side now.
This is Astralis basically finally waking up and putting on just a great T side here. They're so patient. They haven't really gone for any crazy set executes or anything too wild. It's just the fact that they're having such a good read in the way NrG are playing this. They seem to have an idea about where they usually set up on. When they push in, it's always in tandem. The trades are on point. And with Device playing the way he is right now, honestly, it's never going to be easy for NrG. Again, they're getting these kills, they're saving the guns, but they're not able to get the rounds. They're not able to convert into these rounds. And 10-2, man, it might be a little too late already.
That's the worrying factor, right? It very well could be, as they're going to need to step it up. Bear in mind, though, over on Train, that was a 10-5 half as well. And we all know how that went down, obviously moving on after that with them just absolutely crushing it to keep it as a close affair. But they still need to get themselves to 5 rounds. They've currently only got a troublesome 2. Cirque with the opener this time. A glorious pick as he goes through. Doubles down, getting the initial opener. Looks for a little bit more. As it comes into play, his Device will be killed towards outside, and it's a 4 versus 3 now. Just mere seconds into the round. The all-out aggression, though, is coming outside. They're all getting spammed up. Xyp9x is on 2 HP. Magist brought down to just 81. They're running through Secret, but they've got a little trick up their sleeves, and his name is Cirque. Swings out through the vent, gets one. The timing on the second as well. He very nearly found it. Magist got all of his pants around his ankles. Somehow, he lands the no-scope as he's able to beat his way through. Cirque smashes the lot of them.
Okay, all right, he's back. He's back again. He was very uncharacteristically quiet so far. But that AWP 4K from him all over the map, the no-scopes, the fast scopes, the angles, so well played by him. But again, I mean, I'm sorry to be a Debbie Downer here, but it might be a little too late here. 10-3, they managed to get one more round. But for Astralis, I mean, they have all the money in the world to go for a pretty solid buy again. They have all the utility, AKs all around. And the fact that they're relying on such heroic plays to win them rounds is, again, like we keep saying, not consistent. But Daps doesn't care. He's going to find 2 kills. Glaive and Dupree will both fall as Tarek joins the fun. So NrG, if they can get to 5 rounds, it is something. It's some breathing space to work with, as they would be looking to mount a comeback, kind of a mini comeback, and trying to reduce the deficit. Good nade as well from Tarek, pretty chunky. He knows there's a player nearby. He's going to drop one down towards ramp. There's no need to give any opportunities for Astralis to bounce back into this round. Breezy just waiting to see any of the players dropping down towards ramp, conveying the information, but a double peek is going to be coming in. Not quite, though. Device is going to get the kill at... Oh, Breezy. Not ready for Magist to get the kill from above, and Magist, 1v5 to 1v2. He's been having a comparatively quiet game here in a pre-fire from him. I thought he would actually get the kill on the Daps, but Daps will pick himself up the 3rd kill off the round. So NrG now 1 round away from at least getting to 5 rounds and giving themselves that space to work with going into the second half.
The only thing is, as much as it's still a much better position they were in if they do get themselves that 5th round, for a start, you've still got to be able to beat Astralis one more time to grab it. Secondly, a 10-5 scoreline on Train where you're on your CT side, completely different, right? This is them going 10-5 on their CT half Nuke, then flipping over to their T side, Blair. It's not going to be as easy for them to get into the action, but look at the aggression. They sprint their way out. They actually go for a 1-for-1 trade, though. The flick comes up. Ethan has been eradicated. Breeze has to trade it back on towards Xyp9x, and at this point, you're left with a 4 versus 3.
That Molotov kept the remaining Ts at bay. They were unfortunately not able to force their way down, but that being said, 2 players have made their way towards the lower bomb site. Magist coming out from Decon. He's going to get the bomb down, planted safely for Decon. His Device will fall as well. So it's 2v4. But it is Magist and Glaive. Magist, the highest rated player when we started the tournament this morning. What can he possibly do more? Tarek wins the deal with Glaive. It's all on Magist, 1v4. That's going to be a little bit too much of a hard ask, but we did see Device do it earlier. Unfortunately, Magist will not be able to replicate it. Breezy gets to kill NrG. We get 5 rounds. Will it be enough? We don't know yet.
No, we don't indeed, but we will find out how it's going to go down after the break.
looking to mount a comeback, kind of a mini comeback, and trying to reduce the
Astralis, 10 rounds on their CT sides, one of them purely off the back of a madman level clutch from Device. NrG with 5. Halfway there, but an awful lot of a harder task now to work with, moving on over to their T side. Blair, what are your thoughts getting into the second half?
It's kind of mental to see, despite a 10-5 lead they have, three players on Astralis are yet to get double digits. Magiska 9, Glaive uncharacteristically on 3, Dupree on 9, and then we have Device and Zipnix on 21 and 15. That is ridiculous.
It's wild, isn't it?
It's wild. At NrG, they have 4 players already at double digits, but here we go for NrG. I mean, it's a cliche, but this pistol round is absolutely paramount for them if they do want to mount this comeback and close the series out 2-0. But that being said, Astralis, they're looking confident. 5 sets of USPs and armor, not a single kit being purchased either. And they're going to be giving up ramp control as NrG just barreling in. They're not wasting any time. Full force ahead. Flashbang being utilized early on, and Cirque's going to open it up. Dupree's going to fall. Zipnix, though, is getting pressurized, and Cirque, 2 kills for him back-to-back. Has 3 players left here for Astralis on the retake.
He can snipe, he can pistol, he looks damn good in his jersey. Is there anything Cirque can't do? Device wanting a piece of the pie as he fights his way back into the action. Pops off one head. Magisk as well trying to get involved, but you peek into Tarek and Ethan, you're not going to have a good day of it. Cirque with a hat trick of kills into the opening round. They needed this T-side pistol, and they've secured it. They set themselves up now. This scoreline can actually get quite close.
It can. If they can convert the force buy, the anti-eco, the anti-force buy, and the following eco, they can make it 10-8, and after that, it's just about winning a round at a time, breaking the economy, because bear in mind, even though Astralis do have the lead, it's always more rough on the CT side when it comes to managing the economy, right? But then again, it is Nuke. It's a map where a few CZs, a couple of 5-7s, and just the right amount of utility could net you around on the CT side. But let's see what they do here. It's going to be a fast play towards outer. I like this. It's a pretty traditional play on the anti-eco, not really going for this close-range quarter battles, but that being said, Glaive, he's in a pretty good spot. He could potentially get lucky here with the CZ.
Ooh. Glaive, a couple of small tags off, slivers of HP being peeled off of everyone on the NrG side, but it isn't actually a conversion. No kills being picked up just yet. The hard scope in, lying in wait here, hoping someone was going to walk into his crosshair, but NrG don't extend that deeply. They're actually going to go down through secret, it seems, and make their mark towards the B-bomb site instead.
I really like where Daps are just waiting towards lobby with the MAC-10, because usually when you lose so much map control, especially towards outer yard and secret, you kind of expect the CDs to push in towards lobby, regain some semblance of map control, gather some more information, and just waiting there, for the push. And it could be happening here. Dupree, he's edging. He just wants to go in and find out what's really going on. And look at the patience coming from Daps, just holding the line there.
Daps waiting to strike with a MAP-2, hoping to not only shake his moneymaker, but project NrG to another round win here. The fire off with a warning shot, the scout missing, but the 5-7 connecting. That's a free MAP-2 now picked up for Magisk, and they've got to read that it is a play towards the B-bomb site. However, do they really want to go for this? No, yeah, it's not worth it.
They should save, because if it loses guns, it's going to be a full eco anyway in the next round. So if they're going to eco, might as well still stick around with the guns you have, right? You have the Kevlar on device along with the Scout, Zipix with the Scout as well. Magisk has picked himself up a MAP-2, and Dupree with the Deagle head armor and the Desert Eagle. In fact, Magisk could potentially drop that 5-7 over to Zipnix because he just has a Scout to work with. So I would definitely save these 4 guns, and they're going to be doing that. And for NrG, they should still be a little worried. They know it's Astralis have gone for the 4 spy, and they have gone for the save here. And they should be looking to play this anti-eco a little bit more carefully. But a round at a time, NrG do lessen that deficit.
Well, at least they have the extra firepower to bring through into this round. You got the 2 scouts there, one of them on Zipex, one of them on device. Magisk as well with a MAP-2, up against a bit of a mishmash still. Double Galil, double AK, 1 MAP-2 on Daps finally is the firepower that NrG are going to be bringing to the table.
Well, let's see what they do here as Dupree makes his way up heaven pretty quickly. Got the Deagle. The only I like the setups here. And again, NrG this time around just sending out 1 player on an excursion mission that is Tariq towards outer, but he should be a little careful. Bear in mind those scouts can be deadly. NrG are just right now patiently waiting for Astralis to go for a play, but Astralis, there's no need for them to really force the matter here. They have those weapons they managed to save from the previous round. Just waiting for a play from NrG. Nothing yet so far. Device waiting patiently, but he will find nothing.
They're getting themselves ready for most likely a burst play here and execute. The Nay going to roll in, should do a fair amount of damage to Dupree. Leaves him on 71 hit points. The tag back on Cirque, though, from the Scout. That's going to stunt things and actually slow down the development of the round. The double flash causes the turnaround, so there isn't a further tag or a pick towards ramp. They're coming out towards the A site. Device misses the opening connecting warning shot, but Magisk, he's in the rear, and this man could cause an absolute massacre. He can have a field day. Gets 1, can't quite convert it to the second, but it will not matter. The distraction was good enough so that his teammates can come in and do the damage instead. 2 versus 2 now. Device up in the rafters, wanted to jump off the top rope, do his best Triple H impression, but instead he goes down, leaving it in the 1-on-1. Daps forced to plant the bomb now, gets it down in the nick of time, but he can't quite get the adjustment up. That's the kill coming through, and the 11th round secured for Astralis.
Oh, that was a little chaotic. And Astralis, the fact they saved those weapons really pays out for them. They win a round the NrG really, really needed. They wanted to win those 2 anti-ecos convincingly. They won the first one. Unfortunately, this time around, Zipnix is going to be too much a handle. A 1v2 for him. It just seems so normal when Zipnix wins a 1v2, right? It's more like, yeah, it's kind of expected. It's more surprising when he loses those. And that's going to give Astralis round number 11. And not just that, an AK-47 salvaged. That means he's going to have a little bit extra money in the coffers as we go into this buy round for Astralis. For NrG, though, they will go for a pretty full-fledged buy as well. 3 Kriegs, Cirque on the AK-47, and Daps. It's going to be in a Galil. Quite a neat summer utility as well to work with for NrG. But now let's see what they do here against Astralis on a buy round. Early Molotov as well towards top of hut.
It's a good way at least to force them out of position going into this. The reads expanding from NrG. Round 19, this one is going to be a spicy one. It's necessary. Well, every round really is for NrG at the point they are left in, obviously being hometown turf on Nuke for Astralis, a map that they were undefeated on for quite some time. Device kicks it off with a good banger, the follow-up frag as well, doing his best Cirque impression here towards the ramp as he gets the executions that they direly need, and it all comes down just to Daps. Trapped towards the lower site, all on his lonesome.
Well, Daps, we've seen what it can do with those taps, so let's see if he does that. Galil, of course, means he won't be able to get the insta-1 taps coming in, but they're ready and waiting for him. They know where he's going to be coming in from. The shoulder peak means his game has been given away, and this time around, it's the Astralis in-game leader is going to come out on top. Glaive will find his head. 12-7. Slowly but surely, Astralis do inch on ahead for the golden number of 16. They need 4 more rounds to take it to map number 3, which will be on Dust 2. And for NrG, well, it's eco territory once more.
Someone bought a MAP-2 there, and they don't want it. Device at least gives it a nice little glance over at the end. Pay tribute to that MAP-2.
Well, oh, this is interesting. They're going to be coming all the way above. Glaive might not be expecting this. They're going to drop on over ahead of them as Device does find a kill. Glaive's wondering what's even going on, as they will finally fall, though, and it's all on Breezy. He does get a kill with the Glock. Unfortunately, doesn't have enough time to switch on over to the AWP, as Magisk will find him. A pretty cheeky round, one might say, from NrG, but Astralis will stop it in its tracks pretty quickly. And now, the buy once more.
Double Krieg. Actually, triple Krieg, double AK. The Scope Slaughterers coming out to play here on the NrG side. But where's that change of pace? Where's the adaptation here now? As it's not worked in the past couple of rounds, Astralis getting themselves into a good position, obviously picking up 2. Outside control is coming out. Smokes are down, but there is a fairly big gap, it seems, that they could actually get a read across. Yeah, Glaive just plays around it. He had clear vision as the smokes didn't land the full way down. Rizzy went for the face and punishes, well, pays the price for it.
Small little mistakes. You really can't afford that against a team like Astralis. And yeah, like you said, Breezy knocked out early. Can I just point out, I mean, I know it's a little late, but I do love the fact that the KD is shown after a player dies. Small little things, small little quality of life changes. Here comes the flashes, though. Look at Glaive, though. He's all the way back. But Ethan, I think, has an inkling. He's waiting there. I think he has a read on where Glaive likes to play. But he doesn't quite check it, though. He's going to make his way up. He's going to check the angle. Yes, he is. And Ethan, however, is going to come out on top. So trade for trade. As the boost is going to be coming in towards heaven. Dupree lying in wait for them to show themselves. This is tense here. It's almost like a Mexican standoff, and a double peek comes in. Zipnik's not expecting that, and now Device is pressurized. 1 kill for him. Gets a dink in, but doesn't quite get the kill, and Tarek and Daps are going to strike, and it's all on Mr. Magisk in a 1v3. Bomb will go down. I'd like to see him just go for the exits here. It's going to be really, really rough for him. He doesn't even have a kit, although I do believe, I could be wrong, there's a kit dropped right there. Yeah, there he goes, picks it up. But yeah, he's going to instead go for the save. Probably try and inflict a little bit more damage, maybe take away a couple of rifles, but NrG, they're going to get round number 8, and even better for NrG, Thurk has got his grubby paws on that AWP.
He has indeed, and he can be so effective with a weapon. We've seen that, oh, Magisk, he has to sit by his fallen brethren. That's quite a sad sight. That's got to be a bit demoralizing for him. Hopefully he's got the confidence to stay above that. As this will go through, another round picked up for NrG. They secure that 8th, as you touched upon, and that's a really big round as well, Blair. If they did lose that, they would have been thrown into just disarray in terms of the actual equipment they would have been able to buy out going forward. Astralis would have been 1 round away from match point. They probably would have got it, so very, very vital. They won that round. They do so, but you need a clean sweep, really, going forward. They don't have much room for error whatsoever.
Absolutely. There is zero margin for error here. And the second they... Look at the money as well. There's nothing great for them. The second they get reset, Astralis are going to get to map point, and from then on, it's going to be... It's not just a mountain to climb, it's going to be almost a volcano with lava pouring down the sides. As Astralis now, a little aggressive smokes towards ramp, the Zipniks. Dealing it out with Breezy through the smoke. Not much damage being dealt to either the 2 sides. Ooh, Magisk though, taking a bit of damage. I do believe that was that a wall bang? I'm not too sure. So after initial flurry of exchanges, no casualties yet, although Magisk whittled down to 26 points of health. Oh, I like this from Device to the Molotov. He's got to commit to this fight, and he's going to find one, and he will make his escape. What a ballsy play from Device as it gets number 29.
That is just wild. The fight or flight of this man, always knowing when to go for the swing and when to just back off and leave it for another day. Gets that kill towards Daps. Although Device and Magisk are both very low, left on 28 and 26 HP. As the push comes back around, NrG going down through ramp. They lose another fight though, as Ethan's face will be taken. And mounted on a wall of Zipix's front room, just above his fireplace, Device looking to try and do the same. Scoped in towards the window, misses the close flick. So lucky to be alive as well. He gets another tackle. Luckily, Dupree comes in and bails him out. Oh, that could have been awkward.
How is he even hitting these shots? And Cirque. Glaive, like anyways, making too much noise. And Cirque. Oh, what a shot! Glaive, I thought it would probably have dodged the bullet, but Cirque manages to connect. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to win this one. He's going to try and save, but there's a player ready and waiting for him, and it is going to be Zepnix from behind. The bullets will perforate the body of the Bulgarian, and it's going to be 14 rounds for Astralis. Device is indomitable right now.
Still, some of the shots from Cirque still just blow my mind, but Device as well. I don't know how he physically survived in that scenario. Luckily, Dupree arrived in the nick of time because it could have been way, way worse for him. But 29 kills for Device, 133 ADR. Just simply smashing his way through the competition. No one is even close to the level of excellence he has been displaying on the server right now. Barrels of impact frags tied to him. Big dog Device.
People tend to forget how damn bloody good Device can be, right? He was rated the second best player last year, only defeated by a surreal performance by Simple.
You know, I tell you one thing, Blair. There was a reason why at Christmas last year, we bought a Christmas tree. I went down to a Walmart when I was in America. I got a picture of Device printed and put it on top of our Christmas tree because it was Device MV tree.
Do you have a picture of that?
Yeah.
Right.
True story, true story.
Probably check that one out. But yeah, Device is playing at a level that, to be honest, we haven't really seen him play this way that much of late. And it's such a pleasure watching him play. Not the flashiest of players, but when he does go for this play, it is such exquisite Counter-Strike. That's 14-8, NrG. It is a force buy, not the best of buys, just the AK-7, the sole AK-47 in the hands of Cirque. Breezy with the MAP-2, Galil on Ethan, and pistols for the rest of the players. They do have this 4 Molotovs. That's interesting, right? 4 Molotovs, that means it's something to have in store, but Glaive, being a snake, finds Tarek from behind. Nade doing a chunk of damage, but he's gonna find just one though, but he's done so much damage, and even if he's dead, it's okay, because Glaive, Dupree, and Device is there to pick up the remaining pieces. And Device, I do believe he has crossed the 30 barrier. If Cirque can do it, Device certainly can as well.
Yeah. It's the difference of caliber as well, of how quickly Device actually accumulated those frags, the margin of how he was just racking up multi-kill upon multi-kill. Definitely a showstopper and just so impactful into this Nuke matchup.
As we do enter potentially the final round of this map. Just one more round for Astralis before we do see Dust 2, and Zepnix pushing in, and it could have been a slaughter. He does so much damage, but just finds 1 kill, and oh no, Ethan. That's gotta suck.
Yeah, that's not the most ideal thing in the world that could possibly happen to you on your way down towards the ramp.
What?
Hang on a minute. Yeah, what's going on here with Dupree? If they come back, they're all dead.
This is a rip. This is a rip. Dupree, oh, the trigger discipline, trying to line them up. He just finds 1, finds 2. The spray transfer will not work on out. Tarek, I'm sorry, will drop him. However, the damage has been done. Tarek's going to be left alone. Anyone with any health to speak of. Ethan on 19 HP and a MAP-2. And 3 hungry players still alive for Astralis. Magisk, Glaive, and Device just waiting to close this one out, leaving it all in Tarek in a 1v3.
Tarek, the man on a mission. Unfortunately, the mission won't be successful. He is going to go down 16-8. Astralis, they take the second map. It is Nuke. We expected them to be the hometown heroes on their turf, and they prove they still can be.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're pretty happy the way they've broken the